So apparently summer is on its way, and we all know the health benefits and the health risks of summer. And I get lots of comments. Oh, and by the way, I try to reply to all the comments. I hope I got round to yours. If I've not, please be patient and I'll try and get round to them all, because I want this channel not to be me talking to you, it's me talking with you. So I apologise to anybody who I haven't got round to. I'll try to get round to you as soon as I possibly can. Anyway, so summer is coming apparently, although it's been raining today and it's quite cool now, but it's quite pleasant, and we're in a woodland. It's very, very green and very lush. But a lot of you tell me about the hobbies you do, about how you enjoy going outside, how you enjoy doing hobbies in the outside, in the countryside, in the open air. But that's fine. But I've noticed in quite a few of the comments that for some people it's not that easy to get out. Health restrictions keep you indoors, and it must be so frustrating to see me sitting out in the countryside to read people's comments about how they enjoy being out in the countryside. So today I want to really concentrate. This is for all you lot, you people who can't quite get out as much as you'd like to. Let's see if we can bring the countryside into you. Now I hope this doesn't sound all just too crass and too obvious, but sometimes when you hit a problem, when there's something you want to do and there are problems on the way to doing it, sometimes the obvious escapes you, and that's nobody's fault. I do it, we do it all the time. Can't see the wood for the trees, which is very apt as we're in the middle of quite a dense woodland. But sometimes you can't see the wood for the trees. You've got a hobby, you've got a pastime, you've got things you want to do. It may be reading, it may be knitting, it may be listening to audiobooks, one of my favourite pastimes. Sewing, painting, drawing, whatever it is. But you, unlike a lot of people, find it difficult to get out. Maybe mobility problems, there may be other problems. A lot of people suffer from agoraphobia. A lot of people suffer from the after effects of the thing we went through a couple of years ago. So, the obvious things. Open a window, open a door. I do this. I live in a terraced house and I haven't really got a garden, I've got a yard. And in summer it's a bit difficult to sit out there because it's a massive sun trap and you just boil. I open the back door. When we're not out in the countryside, I open the back door. I take a chair to the back door. I read, or I plan my next video, or I just sit and take in the sound. Open a door, open a window, sit by the door, sit by the window. The breeze. Central heating's rubbish, and the difference in mood that just sitting by an open window, sitting by an open door and feeling the fresh air, not only does it do you good mentally, it does you good physically. If I stay in, I've worked outside all my life, if I stay in the house longer than a couple of hours, I get headaches. I have to have a window open, I need fresh air, I need to feel a breeze on my face. And that can help. Open a door, open a window, bring the breeze in. Take your knitting, sit by the window. Just look out at the world around you rather than looking at the walls around you. And you will be surprised at the difference it makes. I've got a friend whose mother sold up and rents an apartment on about the second or third floor in a town by the seaside. And she can't get out much, and her husband can't get out pretty much at all. And they spend the day sitting by the window, looking out, looking at the people going about the business, looking at kids playing in the park. And there's a little marina, watching the kids paddle in the marina. And there's always a table there, and there's always a jigsaw on that table. There's always a plate of chocolate biscuits on that table. There's always a cup of tea. And if you question what they do, if you question that, they're quite robust in their answer. It's what we want to do. It's what we want to do. It's what we like doing. It brings us peace. It brings us pleasure. They're in later years, and it's what they want to do. And if it's what you want to do, then all is good. Sit by an open window. Read. And if you've got, well, you probably will have if you're listening to this, YouTube or something like that, there are loads and loads of videos on there that are just like ambient sounds, and there'll be sounds of the crackling of a fire. And these play for hours at a time. Bird song, rain, wind, breeze, and a mixture of all those. The sounds of the countryside. Play those. Play those. Whether you're sitting by a window, sitting by a door, gazing out of a window, gazing at the television, gazing at the wall, lying in bed, play those. I guarantee, well, put it this way, they won't bring you down. They will lift you up. And if they don't lift you up, they won't bring you down. I can damn well guarantee that, ladies and gentlemen of the jury. Bring outside in. Bring flowers in. My mother loves flowers. I think of flowers all the time. Only like, I go to Tesco, buy a £10 bunch of flowers. She loves them. Bringing the outside in. Bringing nature in. Bringing wild flowers in. Sounds. Recreate the sounds. If you can't get out. There should not be a cut-off point where you can go out and then all of a sudden you can't go out. And there's a cut-off point. That shouldn't happen. Everyone in this world deserves peace. We're not all going to get happiness. And we're not all going to get peace. But everyone in this world deserves as much peace as they can possibly get. Because it's a turbulent old place, this green and blue planet. And we deserve peace. It's a shame for all those people. Think of kids getting their childhood ripped away from them. And that happens more and more now. Not because of abuse. Well, it is abuse. Abuse by technology. Abuse by the pressures, peer pressures. Pressures from society where they're not given the chance to grow up like I did. And they get older and then you go out into the countryside. And then you get older and your old bones start to rebel a little bit and complain, and then you can't go out. But you can bring as much of the countryside into you as you possibly can. Open a door, open a window, sit by a door, sit by a window, take your pastimes into that environment, bring that environment into you. Find sounds that remind you of the outside. There'll be something on there on YouTube that will remind you of your youth. Just play them. They're free. It's be daft not to. And so for all my subscribers out there who a lot of the time I find it difficult to actually comment, reply to comments, because I feel so impotent. I feel there's so little I can do and so little I can say. And whatever I say, I want it to be the right thing to say. I don't want to just give platitudes. So this is for you lot out there, you lot who can't get out as much as us, and we might all be there one day. We're all thinking of you, but do that. Just think of ways of bringing the world to you. And I'm sure it'll help. I hope it does anyway. Anyway, we're going to make our way back now to the car, because we've been out for a couple of hours and Molly's slowed right up. But she doesn't really want to go home, but the thing, I'm the one who has to dictate when she goes back, otherwise her arthritis will be playing her up. And mine will be playing me up. So we shall see you all on the flip. Peace and love.